Smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard
line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And they give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now a give, right side. It's Reed, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3-and-out, and for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
At the Bears' 32-yard line.
Second and 5 now. Rosen. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo.
Here we go. Check. Crouch. Crouch.
80 weapon.
To throw on second down. Meredith going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Meredith. And he's able to find Diggs.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
50, like 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Meredith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down. Rosen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Off the bootleg. Meredith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long here for Rosen. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Rosen on first and 10. Incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Disley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to. Get back in the game, and they knock the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. It's complete to Diggs. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On the double. 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Ricky. Let go.
On 3rd and 2, Meredith. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Meredith. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Baby, that's baby side. Watch out. X3. 218, chopper. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Meredith. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Come get some. He don't want it. Hit it.
Throwing again, Meredith. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
I'm here all day.
Throwing on 1st down. Meredith gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Rashad Penny, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meredith. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hard.
Looking to throw. Meredith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Meredith. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Let's go.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Watch the screen.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
That's 180. We want this.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Seattle.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
They can't hang with us.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
You don't want it.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up. 2 times.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
65.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
our time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
He's scared. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Penny. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it again with Penny. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to Greystone travel. He's crashing. He's checking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Penny, a 1st down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's our time.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They get the 1st. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Rosen on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down and goal.
Come on. Got double tight. Double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you've got a heck of a chance to win.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's just me and you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal.